Today, I'm going to share with you some important thing which I have felt that I should because I encountered few people who are really facing issues in identifying which kind of meditative styles they actually follow or they belong to. So they are not aware, and this audio will be for them actually. So, to identify whether you are a visual kinesthetic means somebody who feels warm, cold, sensations happens in the body, right? So, they are called as kinesthetic by the feeling of touch. Visual who can see. So, we have three major categories: visual who can see imagery form, kinesthetic who feels through touch, through sensations, and auditory type who listens, who loves guided kind of meditation. And I also love to share that there are people whose all these three senses are also working. So based on that, but few people who are not really aware of which sense or type of meditation they have to undergo or they feel like this is for them. So kindly ignore if you are already aware of it. So this is for the beginners basically, right? So let me begin once again to identify whether you are a visual, kinesthetic, or auditory type during meditation. Consider the following methods and characteristics which will help you to associate with your learning style. The first talks about your assessment. So you need to take certain kind of assessment, and one effective way to determine your learning style is to take a VAK. VAK means visual, auditory, and kinesthetic assessment. What happens in this assessment basically? So these assessments, they typically consist of a series of questions which help you to identify your dominant sensory preference. You can find various online questionnaires are available. You can Google out, that will guide you through this process. So I'll just give you a few. For example, reflect on your experiences. You need to sit and reflect about your own experience. So during meditation, what you need to do is pay attention to how you naturally relate to the practice. Now, first category is visual learners. So if you are in your visual phase, then the characteristics that will be important for you to make a note of, you may prefer visual imagery. So images will float in front of your eyes when you are in your meditation phase, or you will find it easier to meditate when visualizing scenes, colors, shapes, different kind of geometric shapes, they float in front of the visual learners, right? So this is the first characteristic. The second talks about phrases, the sentences, words that we speak. So phrases you might use off meditative phase when you are not in your meditation and you are normally speaking. You make a point of what kind of conversation you use mostly with yourself or with other people. So phrases like, I see what you mean, let me picture this out, or it's clear to me. So these are certain kind of visual words, right? Visual sentences and phrases. So you need to again make a note of that. And third point, again reflect back during your meditation. If you find yourself creating vivid mental images or focusing on visual details, like you lean towards something or you see colors, different colors, so these all then depicts that you are a visual learner. So these three are the major points I want you to reflect if you are a visual learner. Now if you are not, do not worry. With continuous meditation we have the power to tap into our different sensory learning stages, experiences. So we do, God blesses us with each one of us, and we definitely unlock these sensories one by one. Second goes with the auditory learners. I repeat, a person can be visual can also be auditory. So there's nothing wrong, but there are few people who are auditory and kinesthetic simultaneously. So now the points that you need to make a note of in auditory learners, first characteristics you have to keep observing is you may be more attuned to sounds and verbal kind of instructions. You might enjoy guided meditations with soothing music or spoken words, what I'm doing right now. Second one is phrases. Again, the phrases you might use off meditative phase. When you are not meditating, you need to again figure out, I hear you, that sounds good, or let's talk this out. These kind of phrases which has got words, which reflects to the audible kind of words, they again indicate that you are an auditory learner. And the third point which I want to express is during meditation. So if you focus on sounds around you, or you find that a comfort is there in listening to guided meditations which has got music, what I'm doing right now, so this again indicates that you have a preference towards auditory kind of learner, right? So these are the three important things that I wanted to share. And the third comes again, kinesthetic learner. So what kind of experiences the kinesthetic learners basically undergo? The first characteristics talks about you might feel more connected with physical sensations and movements which happens actually inside your body or outside. You may feel, cold or hot or certain kind of vibrations happening. All of a sudden you will feel some heat. You can also feel the breeze, the air in and around you. So these all indicates that you are a very good kinesthetic learner. You may prefer practices that involve body awareness or gentle movements, right? So these are a few characteristics for kinesthetic learners. Phrases that you might use off meditative phase, that really touches me, or I feel it in my bones, I feel your pain. So basically the kinesthetic people are good empathetic people, right? They understand the emotions of others. So this is what the kinesthetic people will have, the kind of phrases they will use. And during meditation, what happens with the kinesthetic learners, if you are more aware of your body's sensation, which I already said, or you enjoy meditative practices which involves movements like yoga, like certain kind of kriya that we have, so you are likely a kinesthetic learner. So these are three different learning patterns that you need to identify. And again, I like to bring to your notice, a person can already be into all these three phases, and all the three phases are important. So there's nothing to feel bad that I'm not visual or I'm not auditory, I'm not kinesthetic. One by one, we are blessed enough to tap in and open up, unlock those potential in us, right? So nothing to worry about. It's all about practices. Now observe, now that you have to do, once you have come across which learner which category you belong to, which kind of learner you are, next stage, observe your language. So the language you use in your daily life can also give you clues about your learning style. For example, the visual learners, they will often use words which are related to sight. Awesome, amazing, these kind of words are more visual words. Auditory learners, whereas they will tend to use languages which are related to sound. I hear, I love sounds, something like that they will speak about. Whereas kinesthetic learners frequently refers to feelings and physical sensations. So I feel, even thinking is a part of feeling, right? I think, I believe, these are all words which kinesthetic learners will use. So I hope I'm making the things clearer for the beginners. Now, experiment that you need to have, keep experimenting with yourself, right? So experiment with different techniques. For example, try different kinds of meditation practices. Lots of meditation practices are available in YouTube. Pick any one at a time and keep doing it in your free time. So, visual meditation, they will focus on imaginary things. Not imaginary exactly, I mean, imagery things. Images will be there, will take you to some kind of peaceful landscape, a greenery kind of thing. So these kind of words that will be used in the guided meditation, they will indicate that, and you will be able to visualize each and every step that is guided in the meditation. Then you fall under your meditative, I mean, visual learner category. Auditory, auditory people, they will listen to calming music or nature sounds. They will be music lover. Different frequencies also help us to calm us down, right? Peaceful. So you need to listen to that. You can tap into frequency, say 836, or a Tesla number, that is 369. So these are different kind of frequencies actually that helps us. And then kinesthetic meditation engage in mindful movement or body scanning. So Reiki, all these falls under your kinesthetic kind of where we scan. Pranic healing, they all are some sort of kinesthetic meditation. All the meditation, some or the other way, they involve all three. So it is only up to the learner which mode they are more adaptable to. So after experimenting, reflect on which method you felt most natural and effectively working for you. That is your major method of meditation. So follow that, and once you master that, definitely you will be tapping into or unlocking the other sensory learning techniques also. Now, by combining these strategies, taking assessments, reflecting on your experiences during meditation, observing your language, and experimenting with different techniques, you can identify whether you are a primarily visual or auditory or kinesthetic. So I hope I could help the people who are struggling with this. So please drop down if you have any question related to that. I'll be most happy. I'll be really happiest to help you out. Right. So happy learning, stay blessed, keep smiling, peace, love, and light to everyone.